Welcome to Xamarin Form Tutorials. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to use Xamarin Essential inside Xamarin Form project. Basically, Xamarin Essential library provides a lots of API for accessing the hardwares and also few APIs from mobile application. Xamarin Essential provides APIs like accessing sensors, APIs, and also the network connectivity, location data, etc. We are going to learn how to use preferences that will help us to store some key value pairs inside our application. So sometimes we need to store a specific data without using local database. So at that point of the time, Xamarin Essential Preferences will help you to store the simple amount of data as a key value pairs. So before using the Xamarin Preferences, we have to install the Xamarin Essential package to our project. So go to manage NuGet package for solution and here search for Xamarin Essential. And this Xamarin Essential package should be installed all of your project. So I already have Android project and iOS project and also PCL project. So you have to install this Xamarin Essential package throughout all of these projects. So after successfully installing the Xamarin Essential, you have to initialize the Xamarin Essential package to platform specific projects. Inside Android, we are going to main activity, and after initializing the Xamarin form, we have to initialize the Xamarin Essential package also. So use xamarin.essential.platform.init, and also you have to pass the context and also the bundle. That's it. And we don't need to implement and we don't need to initialize the Xamarin Essential inside the iOS projects. Only we have to initialize inside our Android project. So basically in this video we are going to create a simple login form that will so that the user when login and after successfully login, it will save the username and password to the preferences as a key value pair, and when the user successfully log in to the application, it will automatically navigate to the dashboard page. So after log out from the dashboard page, when user open the application from the second time, it will check the username and the password already exist inside the preferences or not. If the username password are exist inside the preferences, that means the user are already logged in. That means we don't need to show the login page again. We have to directly navigate to the dashboard page. If the user not logged in, then we have to throw the login page again. So we already created a preferences example sample, and this page contains two entry. One is for username and password and one is button for login. This is my login button and this is the click method of login clicked. So inside the backend class we already implement a login click event, and inside this login click event we are going to compare the username password as a hard coded value. So username dot text equals to admin and password dot text equals to 1 2 3 4 5. So here I am just comparing the username password for a hard coded value for showing the sample. So after successfully login to the user, it automatically goes to the dashboard page. So we already created a dashboard page called dashboard page, and this dashboard page contains two things. This is a dashboard page and this is a label, and this dashboard page contains a logout button. Okay, and this dashboard backend page we have to pass the username. When we logged into the successfully login the user, we have to pass the username. Here we are passing the username so that we can show the username as a title. Okay, so after successfully matching this credential, we have to navigate to the dashboard page. So use navigation.push async, and we are using dashboard page. and we have to pass the username, because when the user successfully log in, we are just passing the username for showing the username. Okay, and if the user credential is mismatched, then we will show a display alert. Okay, then the next things, when successfully login the user, we have to save this username and the password to the preferences. So how to use preferences? To use the preferences, we are using preference keyword preferences dot set. We use the set method for saving the value. So to use the preferences, you have to use the Xamarin Essential namespace. So after this, using this set method, it will take two arguments. The first one is key. So we have to remember this key when we are going to set some value, and when we need to get this value, we have to use this key. Okay, so here I am using username as a key and value as username dot text. So when we need to get this value, we have to use this username key. And also for same things, we are saving the password, and we are using password dot text. So using this preferences dot set method, we are passing this simple data, and this data will be saved to this key as a key. So when we need to use this username, we have to get this data using this key name. Okay, so this is the simple two line of code so that we can save this username and password. Okay, so next we have to do one thing. So when we use navigation.pushAsync and we are passing the dashboard page, we have to use the navigation stack, because when we create a project, at that point of the time, first time, the application class should be a simple root page, as a simple root page. So we need to use the navigation page for using the navigation stack, navigation page, and we are passing this preferences example page. This preferences example page contains the login page. Okay, so after first time, it when we run our application, it will open this preferences login page. So before login, we have to check the username is already exist or not, because we have to check the user is already logged in or not. So here we are checking this preferences and we have to use this Xamarin Essential namespace preferences dot, and here we are using get method. So to use this get method, we have to pass two arguments. The first one is key. So when we are getting some value, so we have to remember this key name. Here we are using username as a key. So same things, we are using this username for getting the username, and we have to pass the default value, because this get and set method will take different and a lot 12 overloads. We can save string, boolean, decimal, floats, etc. Okay, so here we are passing just blank value for default. If the username does not have any data, then it will provides the default value is blank. Okay, so after that, we are checking inside this if condition, if the username string dot is null or empty. If the username is null or empty, that means the user is not logged in. So we have to open the preferences sample page, that means the login page. Okay, else that means the username have a data, so we have to open the dashboard page directly. Okay, so we have to use dashboard page. Okay, and inside this dashboard page, we have to pass the username. So we are getting this username from this preferences dot get method. That's it. And also when user goes to the dashboard page, it already have a button logout clicked event. So we need to do one thing. When user logged out, at that point of the time we have to remove the username data. So copy this line and we have to set the username as a blank. That means when user click on the logout button inside the dashboard page, it will automatically remove the username as a blank data, and we have to pass the login page. We have to open the login page again. So here we are using application dot current dot main page equals to new preferences example page. That's it. Now we are going to run our application. So at the first time when we open our application, the preferences don't have any data. So after login, it will check for the username and password. If successfully login, then it will automatically goes to the dashboard page. Okay, so now we are doing nothing, we are just closing our page. Okay, so here we are just closing our page and just we are opening our application for the second time. And after opening the second time, it will automatically log into the dashboard page, because inside this application.xml.cs we already compare the username. If this username are not empty, that means the user is already logged in. Okay, so after user is already logged in, we are opening the dashboard page directly and we are passing the username. So inside this preferences.get method we are getting this username. Okay, so using these preferences we can get and we can set and we can save any simple value as a key value pair inside our mobile application. So that's for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.